Hello everyone, and welcome to your reading for the week of June the 26th of 2023. So, can you believe this is the week we are rounding out the first half of 2023? It's pretty crazy stuff, right? So, we're going to do all 12 signs, and I'm going to have timestamps in the description box below, as well as the first pinned comment in the video. Oh, we got cards popping out already. I'm not even there. I'm going to take them. So before we get into it, I would love you to like, share, subscribe, comment. All that stuff really does help the channel. And, I love interacting with everyone too. I love having a chat with the comments. It's so much fun. So let's get into it. Starting with Capricorn. So Capricorn, your cards started falling out. Let's see what we've got. We're going to talk. I got a fluff on my sleeve. I'm sure you don't care about that, do you, Capricorn? Maybe you do. Anyway, enough about my sleeve. Capricorn, we're going to talk about your 3 tarot cards first, then we'll do oracle cards. First up, we have the Knight of Wands. So at the beginning of the week, you are raring to go. You're fired up about something. Good, bad, indifferent. We're not sure yet. We're going to see what the other cards say. But at the beginning of the week, you are ready. That's what I have to say. As we go through the week, we've got the Hanged Man, but in reverse. So it's almost like the fire that's pushing you forward, okay? That passion, that drive that's really got you going at the beginning of the week. I believe this stems from this card somewhat, or this movement forward is what pulls you out of looking at things from the same lens. You are looking at things from a different perspective. You've done that work, okay? You've done that deep dive, and now you're like, oh my gosh, okay, now I get it. Let's try this. Let's go this way. Let's change this. Let's do that. That's you throughout the week. Now, taking that energy of the Hanged Man, which would have been leading up to this week, that's the looking at things from different perspectives and trying to figure things out in a different way, looking at things from a different light, and now you're actually doing it. You're actually executing. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. You're executing whatever ideas or plans may have formed coming up to this week. So I hope this is making sense to you. By the end of the week, we have the moon. Now, the moon is about secrecy. It's about the unknown. It's things that are veiled, mystery, that type of thing. And sometimes it's things coming to light, being brought out into the light, and being the truth being revealed. Now, what that is about, it could be about this situation, whatever this thing is that you're working on through the week, or it could be something that pops up that relates to it, or may change your perspective again. So let's take a look at the oracle cards and see what comes out for it. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, let's get your 3 cards and then we'll talk. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is wow, this is going to be pretty big for some of you. Okay, let's just go through the cards and then we'll have a chat. So under the Knight of Wands, the card that came out is Judgment. And it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So this could be, and I'm talking about this from the perspective of all the cards on the board because I know what's coming up. The Judgment card may have come up because either you have judged someone or you yourself have been judged. Could be both. I suspect, you know what? This could go either way. Let's talk about the cards, and you take it to suit your situation. Under the Hanged Man, so this is now after you've looked at things from a different perspective, now you're living it, right? And this is after the Judgment card, we have loneliness. It says, I know that I'm never alone. Whatever this situation is, right? The situation of having to look at things from a different perspective, realize that there has been a judgment made either against you or by you. It doesn't matter. But the loneliness card is saying this could mean that someone, it's probably people. Okay, we're going to talk about relationships. Someone may fall away. Someone may leave. Someone may walk. Or you may walk. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why the loneliness card is here, because where you were surrounded at one point, you are no longer. So it feels kind of lonely. It feels like no one's there, but that is not true. You do have that support. You've always got spirit. Spirit's always got your back. That's a given. You got me too, but spirit's always there. So you are truly never alone. But the change that has had to be made, I think, is a good thing. And I'm saying this because when we look at the card, the next card that came out, which is under the moon, so that's things being revealed, we have self-esteem. And it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. This is something that you needed to have happen. This is something that you needed to have happen to develop or strengthen or bring to light, the moon card, your own self-esteem. I suspect you're the one who has been judged in this situation. But even if you're the one who has judged someone else, sometimes judgment comes from a place because you're insecure, right? So maybe that's it. You've done the judging. That person's like, okay, if that's how you feel about me, fine, we'll part ways. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shoot, I don't think I wanted that to happen. But this is when the self-esteem starts popping up and bubbling up, right? Or issues around self-esteem. So it's time to work on that. This is by the end of the week. This is what's going to be bubbling up. And you know what I normally don't do, but I'm going to, Capricorn? Because this is kind of a heavy reading. Like, I think it's good, but it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of a surprise, the moon card. Probably not something you expected. I'm pulling an extra card to see where this is headed. We have Ace of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. Where this is headed with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is, it's like, you know what you want, right? You know how you want things to go. You know how you want things to unfold. But the Ace of Pentacles is saying, well, you know what, honey? Because it's in the reverse, it's like, okay, I hear you. I get you. I understand. But it's not going to come right away. The self-esteem thing and these revelations, this moon card stuff that's come out, whatever this connection is with this other person, that obviously is going to be strongly affected this week. Things aren't going to shake out quickly, but it will come. So just be mindful of that. You're not going to wrap everything up by the end of the week, but it is definitely coming. So Capricorn, take the lessons that you learned this week. Take them to heart. Be a little lighthearted about it too. Sometimes it's good to kind of laugh at yourself when you realize things that come to light. It's that self-knowing, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-awareness, right? I think is really going to come for you this week, which is always a good thing. So good luck with everything. I hope your week goes well. Aquarius, let's see what cards come out for you, my friends. Okay, so we're going to look at your tarot, then we'll look at the oracle cards. First up, at the beginning of the week, we have the Five of Swords, but it's in the reverse. I'm feeling like you're in a bit of a struggle. You're in a bit of a battle. You're a bit of a tug of war kind of thing going on here. This isn't something that has just happened overnight, okay? This is something that's you've kind of been wrestling with a little bit. And I'm feeling like you may see a turn in whatever this is. A turn for the good, but I think it's going to take a while for this to unfold. Like Capricorn, I just finished their reading. If you're not watching every single sign, Capricorn had a similar kind of thing by the end of the week, but this is you starting your week off. As you go through the week, your energy is the King of Pentacles, also in reverse, where this tug of war, that's the term that's coming to me, so I have to say it that way. This tug of war, even though it feels like it's ending, it's not quite there. The King of Swords in the reverse, this is saying that you really need to take a look at your strategy. Take a look at the plans that you've laid. Take a look at what's the word I'm looking for? Like how you've been going at this situation. I think you're going to have to revamp. This is feeling very much like the energy is like Capricorn's reading. So if you have strong Capricorn in your chart, check that out if you haven't already. But it's you trying to figure this out, okay? By the end of the week, You're not quite there, but I think you're going to have a better idea. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is an independence card, right? This is having everything you need and then some. Like you've got an excess and overflow that you're able to share with others. You're able to put out there as well, but it's in the reverse. So it feels like it's coming, but it's not quite there this week. Let's get your oracle cards and see. These will probably bring some more clarity. You got the same card as Capricorn in the first position. So this tug of war, the card that came out under it, is Judgment, same as Capricorn. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So this Five of Swords, this tug of war, right? This push-pull, whatever it is. Have you been judging someone, or has someone been judging you? Feels probably more like you're the one judging. I said the same thing to Capricorn. This is not, I'm saying this with love, right? So maybe a perception you've had about someone maybe wasn't quite so accurate, right? And so that's why it's like you've got to change your strategy. You've got to change your outlook a little bit with this King of Swords. Under the King of Swords, the card that came out is change. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. You've got to make a change in order for this to change. That doesn't make sense. In order for this to move forward, a change has to be made. Okay, so you've got your Judgment, then your change. Nine of Pentacles, so that's our independence. Like it looks like things are starting to come, right? Having more than enough of what you need. The card that came out under it is Peace, which is a beautiful ending. So this is by the end of the week. And it says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Beautiful. Once you do that, you'll see that Nine of Pentacles energy change from being reversed to upright. You'll see that change, but not until you make peace. So this is going to be the challenge for you this week. Let's call it that, right? Recognizing where you need to make the change and then actually making it. So if you do make it by the end of the week, I suspect you'll see changes quickly. And I'm talking about that nine of Pentacles kind of having what you need kind of energy, right? That's what I'm talking about there. So I hope this makes sense and good luck this week. Now we've got Pisces. Pisces, let's see what cards come up for you. Get your 3 tarot cards and then we'll pull some oracle cards. So first up, oh, okay. This is a bonus card in this deck. I kind of keep meaning to take it out, so I think I'm going to after this reading. It just kind of annoys me. I don't know why. It's weird, right? Anyway, you got Angel de la Nuit because it's the Tarot de la Nuit deck. In the reverse, this I think it basically says like everything's good. Everything's awesome. Because it's in the reverse, I'm feeling like there is the potential for everything to be awesome. And I'm saying this because of the other cards that are on the board, okay? As you're coming into the week, I think you're what? You know what? Okay, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent again. I'm going to do that a lot, I think. Already, this is the third sign that I've done, and everyone's getting the same energy. Things have to change. There's big change happening this week. I think collectively now I'm really going somewhere else. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll do an additional little thing on the energy for this week collectively, because I'm feeling this. It's like you see that everything can be good, but it's not. So what is it you have to do? Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Sorry, Pisces, but there's so much coming at me right now. And then when we look at your energy throughout the week, we have the Page of Swords, but in the reverse. It feels like news is coming in because pages are about messages and news and that kind of stuff. But it's news coming in, but it feels like something that it's either unexpected, probably is unexpected, but it's also something that is going to make you question what you're doing and where you're going with whatever this situation is. I also say this because by the end of the week, we have the Seven of Swords. This is a strategy card. It can be about like people being shady and stuff too. Not feeling that with you. I'm feeling like this is strategy. You've got to re-strategize. You've got to look at how you're going at things. something has to change because it's not jiving, it's not working, it's not clicking, right? Is what I'm getting. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. It's just you've really got to do this work. And check this out. This is interesting. So under the Angel de la Nuit, the card, which is things being great, but you're not there yet. The card that came out is peace. This came out for Aquarius in their reading. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. You have to make peace with something. You have to make peace with something, and that is what's going to make the difference. Under the Page of Swords, the card that came out is discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And we're talking about with the Page of Swords, remember how I said it's news coming in, information, whatever, that's making you realize you have to re-strategize, right? In order to do that, discipline is required, because I think it's not going to feel comfortable for you, right? It's going to be a challenge. I'm feeling challenges for people this week, and I'm not saying that to scare everybody. I'm not saying that it's not coming in a bad way. And I hope I'm getting this across during the readings, because I don't want everyone to go, oh, it's going to be a shitty week. Like, no, it's not. But there's a lot going on. Under the Seven of Swords, so this is re-strategizing, right? We're looking at your strategy anyway. We have friendship. And it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. You've got an alibi. You've got a resource. If you decide like, okay, I get it. I got to change some stuff. I got to look at some things or whatever. You have someone to help you out with that. I think innately, like off the cuff, you should know who that is. Who's at the bottom? Queen of Cups. She's in the reverse. You know what? She's not a crybaby. She's probably like Queen of Swords. And don't get hung up on gender. It's a person who's like, they can be the type to kind of go off a little bit. Like they're a little touchy, maybe a little moody, but you know what? They're going to give you that tough love that you need, whoever that is. So that's just a little bonus for you there. So hope everything goes well. Good luck this week, Pisces. I'm going to take a drink. And on to Aries. So Aries, let's see what cards come out for you. Man, I'm telling you, the energy this week for everybody has been so interesting. All right, we'll look at your tarot, then we'll get you some oracle cards. First up, we have the Eight of Wands, but it's in the reverse. It feels to me like there's movement that needs to happen. There's something that you want to get going. You want something happening around whatever situation this is. You'll know what it is as we get into the reading a little more. You'll understand what I'm talking about. But this is something where you're like, come on, let's go. Let's get this done, right? Let's get things moving. Through the week, doesn't get any better because we've got the Chariot in reverse. The Chariot is about things moving forward. It's sorry, my hair's all stuck all over my face. How annoying. The Chariot's about moving forward, right? It's doing your thing, it's moving, it's shaking, it's going, but this is in the reverse. It's like, no, it's not moving. It's still not moving. Wasn't moving coming into the week, and it's still not moving. I don't think it's like it's stuck in the mud, but it's stagnant. It's not even stagnant, because stagnant isn't the right word. Stagnant to me has like a yucky kind of boring, like stale energy kind of feeling, right? It's not that. It's at a stance. It's suspended animation. That's what this is. It's suspended animation. Oh my goodness. Like everyone's frozen, time stood still. I don't know why I'm getting this for you. This is really freaky and I'm loving it. By the end of the week, the card you have this is the Seven of Pentacles. This is reaping the rewards of your hard work. Okay. This is, picking the fruit off the tree because it finally grew and blossomed and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So there's that. Are you there yet? You might not exactly be there, but you're close. Let's get the oracle cards and see. Whoa, big pile of them just fell out. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. And we got a bonus one. Look at the bonus. Okay. We'll talk about the bonus in a minute. Let's look at your cards. Okay, so under the Eight of Wands, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So here's the thing. Whatever this is, you're so anxious for this thing to move because you've overcome something. You've overcome an obstacle. You've overcome a challenge. You've overcome something. So it's like, why isn't this moving? I did the hard work. I did the heavy lifting. I got past this bullshit. So why is my thing not happening? Right? That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. Then when we take a look at the Chariot, which is through the week, the energy hasn't changed that much, right? The card has changed. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Things are not meant to grow and evolve this week. Not yet, okay? Remember, the Seven of Pentacles at the end of the week is because stuff has flourished. Stuff has blossomed. The fruit is ripe for picking. And not quite there yet. Right? When we look at the Seven of Pentacles, we have the card says loneliness. It says, I know I'm never alone. No, you're not. Spirit has your back. You're feeling abandoned, right? The change isn't happening for a reason. Spirit has a plan. If I had that deck, I swear, the spirit animal, oracle deck, whatever it is, you would have Spirit has a plan. I'm sure that card would come out. Our Spirit's got your back. All of that stuff. You have to trust. You have to trust. And here's the thing. The bonus card that fell out is fear. It says, I realize I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, which is good. You're trying to not be impatient. You're trying to stay chill and everything, even though things aren't moving quickly. Where's this fear coming from? The fear is coming from the fact that you've overcome something and you're afraid that you're going to slide back, that you're going to end up back where you were before. No, honey, you're over the mountain. You're not going to get dragged back up to the summit and pushed back down. You've already done it. You've already done it. So there is no reason to fear. It will come, but patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Things are not meant to move quickly at this time. It's just the way it is. And kind of interesting because, like, for everybody else, it's like, oh, you got to make these changes. You got to do this. You got to do that. And with you, it's more like, no, you just have to be patient. Oh my God. Surprised that didn't come out for Capricorn. God. Like, if you look up the word patience in the dictionary, they should just have a picture of Capricorn, because freaking every Capricorn reading, just be patient. Just be patient. Just be patient. Capricorn's sick of being patient. I'm saying that because I'm a Capricorn, but anyway, you probably don't care, do you? Aries? I'm going off on all these weird tangents today. I don't know what's with me. The energy today is just freaky. I don't even know how to describe it other than it's freaky. Well, you know what? I hope your week is freaky in a good way. So there you go. Good luck, Aries. I hope it all goes well. All right, another one. Another sip of water. On to Taurus. Taurus, let's see what your week's going to look like. Let's see if it's like everybody else's, because it's quite a week, let me tell you. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. First card up, we have the Ten of Wands, and it's in the reverse. So this is at the beginning of the week. The energy at the beginning of the week is something is needing to end, or something is about to end. It's not quite there. I'm sorry, because this is in the reverse. Ten of Wands, any tens are endings. You've got to the end of the road kind of thing. And with the Wands, it's you put in some hard work, you're tired, you're done. It's like, okay, let's just wrap this thing up. I just want it done. Sorry, not yet. Not yet, okay? It will come, but not yet. As we go through the week, the energy is of the Hierophant. This is structure. This is boundaries. I think that for this Ten of Wands thing to end, you have to take a look at your structure and your boundaries around whatever the situation is. Chances are you got to make some tweaks and changes. And by the end of the week, the card is the Devil, but it's in the reverse. The Devil is about distractions. Quite often I associate it with addictions and things like that, which really throw you off your path, right? But it can be anything that is distracting. Because this is in the reverse, it means you've pushed aside all distractions and you're totally focused on what you need to do. Very Taurus of you, let me tell you. There's a possibility that if you don't look at your structures and all of that stuff, ooh, cards are falling out. And I just had a dizzy spell, head spin. Oh my God, they're kind of cool though, as long as you're not like driving or passing out, right? Ooh, there it went. I don't know what's going on with me today. It's like I'm possessed or something. Oh, I shouldn't even say that out loud. Oh, spirit, cancel that. Cancel. Cancel, clear, delete, man. Don't want to bring that shit in. Okay, so sorry, back to you. I should just stop doing readings because anyone who's new is probably watching my video going, who is this broad? She's nuts. Seriously, I'm not. Well, okay. Anyway, moving on. 10 of Wands, the card that came out under it is change. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yes, that's right. And that's why this thing isn't ending and wrapping up. And that is why you need to look at your structures and your boundaries. Speaking of structures and boundaries, let's look at the card that came out under it. We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. That's who you need to be. That is who you need to be. You got to find a way to balance this. You don't want structure and discipline and rules and everything that are so rigid, nothing can move or grow, right? You want to have that nice balance so that everything makes sense and there is a nice flow, or ebb and flow even. There's nothing wrong with that. Things, kind of going up and down a little bit, but you don't want or everything always up or everything always down. You want that change in dynamic and flow. That's kind of a life thing, right? So balance, very important, big key right there. And under the Devil, we have trust. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Oh yeah, listening to your gut. Should I eat that chocolate? Probably not. Should I smoke that crack? Probably not. Right? Listen to what your inner voice is telling you. And if you know that you got your eye on something that is not for your best and highest interest, if your higher self is saying, yeah, absolutely, crack it up, baby, then guess what? That is not your higher self, right? You have to listen to your gut. You have to listen to that inner wisdom. It will not steer you wrong. So trust, big thing to get you through the end of the week and circumvent any distractions that might come your way. So this is really good. I like it. Like it's a little, there's work to be done, to be sure, but Taurus, you're not afraid of that. I also forgot to mention the Hierophant is also the card of Taurus. So I think when we're talking about structure and boundaries and all that stuff, whatever makes sense to you. Okay, you do not have to conform to what other people are saying. That's why you have to listen to your gut. You see what I'm saying? The distraction is probably other people trying to convince you what the structures and the rules and the boundaries should be. No, don't let them distract you, those little devils, right? So there you go. Good luck, Taurus. I hope your week goes well. Gemini, your turn. Gemini's turn. Let's see what comes up for you. Oh, fun. I like that. Oh, okay. This is kind of cool. Check it out. At the beginning of the week, we have the Three of Cups, my party card. Having a good time. This is whatever the situation is, you're surrounded by people you like, you have fun with them, you have things in common, you enjoy spending time together. So whoever these people are, or it could be one person, but quite often it's a group of people. It's a group thing, right? Having some fun and enjoying life with the people around you. Beautiful. As we go through the week, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. There is something around this group, these people, whatever, where you're a little worried, like you were unsure. things didn't feel right or things weren't feeling good. But being with this group now, hanging with this group now, doing things with this group now is sort of alleviating some of your fears or maybe misjudgments and everything around whoever this group is. That's what I'm feeling. I'm curious to see what comes out in the oracle cards. We'll do those in a minute. By the end of the week, your energy is the Magician. Now it's in the reverse, and normally I love the Magician card. It's one of my favorites. It's about alchemy. It's about magic. It's about having all the tools you need to do whatever you want. It's being able to manifest. It's all of that wonderful energy, but it's in the reverse. I'm not going to put any kind of prediction or judgment on this. I want to see what comes out in the cards. Okay, I'll give you a tiny prediction. I feel like it's you trying to decipher or figure out what's going to help you anchor in with whatever this group is. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Okay, let's get our oracle cards and see what it is. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, so under the Three of Cups, so this is this group having fun with these people. You have freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Is it because of these people? Right? Or are you hanging out with these people and going, you know what? I don't even need them. I can just be happy and have a good time on my own. I don't have to pick up what they're laying down. And under the Nine of Swords, remember how I said the worry around these people and everything is dissipating. Things are kind of floating away, right? Which is good. But check this out. The card that came out under it is self-esteem, and it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. The self-esteem is saying, this could go, you know what, this is what it is. This reading can go one of two ways. It depends on what camp you're in, so take it to suit your situation. This is either a group you get in with, that you're digging them and everything, but then you realize, I don't need these people, and I don't even know that I want to hang out with them so much. Do I really want to put in this effort? So I can just have a great time on my own or find somebody else. Or it's people you really wanted to get in with, right? Hang out with and be a part of. And now you're finding that, yes, I understand how this dynamic works, and I'm liking it, and I'm fitting in. And it's not just because I'm trying to fit in, but I'm feeling like I belong. Okay, so whatever camp you're in, it doesn't matter. Under the Magician, the card that came out is change, and it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Again, this really can speak to either camp. So the Magician is, like I was saying, it's you trying to figure out, okay, so I'm having fun with these people and everything. I'm still figuring out the dynamic. How does this work? And eventually you'll figure out if that's going to resonate with you or not, right? Or the Magician is, okay, I don't need to hang out with this group anymore. I can do my own thing and I'm fine with that. That's the self-esteem part. But the change is, okay, so if I'm going to go on my own and do my own thing, what do I need to make that happen, right? Aside from your self-esteem, of course, but what do I need to make that happen? These are the questions. A lot of questions coming up, I think, for you this week. Questions and sorting things out and figuring things out is what I'm getting for you. So not a bad week at all. Regardless, like I said, whatever camp you're in, feels like it's going to be a good one for you, Gemini. So good luck this week. Water time. Oh man, will I get through the next 6 signs? I only got a bit of water and my mouth is dry. I know you probably don't care, but I'm just sharing because sharing is caring. On to Cancer. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, Cancer. Holy shit. Okay, check this out. Ooh, I'm excited. I want to see the oracle cards now too. Should pull them out. No, I'll wait. I'm all excited. Check this out. Oh my God, beginning of the week. The sun. Oh my God. Life is good. Whether this is your whole life or just a particular facet that we're going to touch on here, life is good. So you know what happens through the week? You're chilling like a villain. You got the Hermit and you're like, life is good. What's next? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go with this? What can I do? So like I said, if it's not your whole life, there is an aspect where things are really good and you're like, yeah, I'm ready for the next thing. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's see what else we can do. By the end of the week, you have the Empress. Oh my God. The Sun, the Hermit, the Empress. What is this craziness? It's so good. The Empress is growth. It's expansion, fertility, femininity, creativity. It's beautiful. It's explosive in a good way, right? By the end of the week, you're like, you've been thinking, oh, what do I want to do next? This is what I want to do next. And boom, off you go. Holy with this energy. So good. So good. Excited now. Let's get the Oracle cards and we're going to expand on this and find out more what this is about. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Under the Sun, the card that came out is relationships. And it says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Feels like falling away of people who, not good for you. You're like, I refuse to settle. This is relationships, it's friendships, it's jobs, it's business partners, squash buddy, whatever. No, but I'm not settling anymore. No, not going to happen. I will only allow people in my life who help serve my highest good, who support me, who love me unconditionally, all of that stuff. That's why the sun is shining, because you do this. You do this and you're like, that like self-esteem that's kicking in. Self-esteem is a big theme this week too. You didn't get the self-esteem card, but it's that energy is swirling around so much. So that's a beautiful thing. I think that's fantastic because none of us should settle no matter what. As we look at what's happening through the week with the Hermit card, so this is you trying to figure, okay, what's next? The card that came out is change. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is you understanding that, right? But you also know that, like Cancer, it's not like, well, I don't ever see you as someone who's afraid to move. You carry your house on your back. You're the crab, right? So you're okay with moving. And I think you're okay with changing too, but it's figuring out the what and the how and the why and the when. Focus, be aware of those things, but don't make it the focus, because that's when you get into that trap of the worry about how things are going to unfold instead of just enjoying the unfoldment itself. Enjoy the journey, not the destination, as they say. And under the Empress, so this is by the end of the week, remember how I said there's the potential for all this growth and expansion and everything. We have denial, and it says, I acknowledge my what is that? Oh, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I think as you go through this Hermit thing of figuring stuff out, maybe some fears do start coming up, and maybe it is around a change that you have to make. So it's like there's this one particular thing where you're like, oh, I'm not comfortable with that, right? But sometimes that bit of discomfort is when the beauty happens. That's the energy of the Empress, right? So the denial piece, it's like, are you not recognizing that there is a fear that's holding you back? I can't even talk today. Is there some kind of fear that's holding you back? Oh my God. Let's try this again. Take 3. Is there a fear that is holding you back and you are in denial about this? If you recognize this fear, make sure you nip it in the bud, because when you do, that's when your Empress energy kicks in, things start moving. If you stay in denial about this fear that you have, whether it's this fear of change, fear of moving forward, fear of moving, sometimes it's fear of success, right? The sun is shining. I've done this work. Things are going so good. Oh my gosh, what if I succeed? What if, right? Then that's going to hold you in an energy where that Empress energy, it's like the seed that's planted in the ground can't pop through. can't pop through the soil because you put a big rock on top of it, right? That's what denial is. Denial is sticking a rock on top of where you planted the seed and expecting the seed to grow. Ooh, man, that's good. I don't know where that came from, but holy shit, that was a good little analogy there, a little description. I like that. But listen, Cancer, the potential is there. With the energy of those 3 cards, you can do anything. So good luck and let me know how it goes. Now a sip of water. Virgo. Leo. Let's try this again. Leo, your turn. Called you Virgo. I don't know. I'm just going to skip right over you, Leo. How rude of me. How rude. But I caught myself. So, Leo, let's talk. So listen, Leo, if I start calling you Virgo, you'll know why. I don't know what was going on there. At the beginning of the week, Leo, you have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So the beginning of the week with you is, it's like you've been waiting on something to happen. And it feels like, I'm just going to say this, I have a feeling this is job related. Okay, job, career kind of stuff. But take it to suit your situation. So I just might use the job analogy. So feels like, you know, you've applied for a new job, or you want to start up a company and you're waiting on your business loan, or you, I don't know, want to move departments, or you want a promotion or whatever, right? And you're waiting. It's like, why haven't I heard by now? I should have been informed. What is going on? This is you waiting impatiently for the news to come in. Then when we take a look at the energy through the week, we have the Emperor, but it's in the reverse. Now, this could be you, or it could be the person you're waiting to hear from. It's in the reverse. So to me, this is saying it's going to go one of 2 ways. So it is what it is. If this is about you, I don't think you get what you're looking for. I don't think it quite happens. You don't get the job, you don't get the promotion or whatever, but it is not dead in the water. There's something here. There's still some kind of potential with it, okay? And if this is about the person that you're waiting on, well, you're not going to hear from them. They're just, whether they're tied up, like they're just so busy or whatever, or they're just dragging their heels, not sure. We'll see what comes out in the oracle cards. Point is, feels like you're not going to hear much through the week, but by the end of the week, everything gets wrapped up because we have the Death card. So the Death card is saying we finalize everything this week so that we can move forward. Okay, great energy. I'm going to pull the oracle cards now because with this Emperor card, I want to see what it's going to point towards. Like, if it's a job that you don't get, okay? If it's a job that you didn't get, what's the energy behind it? Because there's something else coming out of this. There's something else happening with this energy if the job doesn't work out. So under the Page of Wands, the card that came out is Denial. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. This would be like, you've applied for a job and you're jonesing and you're like, I totally want this job. This is my job, blah, 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 but you're underqualified. The denial piece is you're missing. There's something that isn't going to click and you're refusing to see that. Sorry, Leo. I know. Here's the thing with that reversed Emperor card. Remember how I said, okay, you're in denial because you're like, this is my job. I deserve this job. I'm perfect for this job. And that turns out, no. Nope. Sorry, honey. You got a lot of work to do before you can actually have this job. However, because the Emperor is in the reverse, you didn't get the job, but whoever it is might come back. The hiring manager comes and says, yeah, you are not ready for this job, but we got something coming up in a couple of weeks. We're putting together this new position we're creating. We think it'd be great for you, and it would be a little bit of a step forward, a little more money, whatever, but it would be a really good stepping stone to get you to the Emperor position. You know what I'm saying? So not all is lost. Under this Emperor card, we have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. This is you coming out of denial, right? You go from denial to acceptance. That is a massive shift. That is a wonderful and beautiful thing to happen. Even if it doesn't feel good, even if it's upsetting, even if you're bummed out, it doesn't matter. That shift in energy is fucking huge, okay? It is huge. You really, really, really need to remember that, okay? So then when we look at the end of the week, so we got the death card, things are wrapping up. The card that came out is forgiveness. And it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. The acceptance will open the doors. The denial will keep the doors closed and keep, like, on the other side of the door, you can't see, people are pushing rocks and boulders against it. And what if you stay in denial and you don't go down the path and do the work that you need to do in order to make you want to set yourself up for success is what you want, right? So maybe when you got the initial shock of you didn't get the job, you're like, oh, what a jerk, or what a bitch, or whatever. And then it's like, but we have this other opportunity. And you're like, oh, yeah, okay, sorry, I was being such a shit, right? This is just you talking in your head, is kind of what I'm getting with that. But from denial to acceptance, that is a lesson and like I said, a shift in your energy that, oh, so powerful. So powerful. It's like almost as powerful as going from hate to love. Like, seriously, this is big stuff, Leo. Big stuff. Notice I called you Leo, not Virgo. Look at me. So this is going to be an intense week, but there is potential and opportunity for you and an amazing change in your energy. That shift, ooh, baby, it's going to be a good one. So good luck this week. Take a little drink. On to Virgo. Virgo, I'm talking a lot this week. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, because Nancy's chatty. Not that I'm not chatty every week, but I'm going over time already. I'm looking at the little counter and I'm like, whew, I still got a few signs to go. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. You're worth it. Check this out. At the beginning of the week, we have the Three of Wands, but it's in the reverse. There's something that you've been working on, or something you want, something that you want to come in, right? Something you want to manifest, but it's not coming. It's in the reverse. It's not coming, right? It's not arriving. Maybe there's a delay. I don't think it's 100% that it's not going to come, but there may not show up exactly as you expect. And I say this because the card throughout the week, we have the King of Pentacles. This is you looking at the situation going, kind of trying to figure it out, like, okay, but this is what I want. You know, the Three of Wands is your ships coming in. Ships aren't coming in, or ships show up and they're empty, right? The treasure chest gets put on the shore and you open it and there's, like, I don't know, whatever, box of Lego and a yo-yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no gold and diamonds. What is this? So during the week, you're sitting here as the King of Pentacles. Instead of being upset and pissed off, like, you're disappointed, but you're like, how did that happen, right? Let's figure this out. You put on your thinking cap and you're like, I'll figure this out. You're looking at options. You're looking at possibilities. You're running through a lot of different scenarios in this. And this is about, like, a financial security and, what's the word I'm looking for? Whether it's investments or whatever, it's something where you're like, you want to anchor in some security. So you're trying to figure out how to do that. You're like, okay, I have an empty treasure chest. Well, you know, I got some Lego. I can sell that on eBay, right? And then you're like, but I have a ship. Okay. And it's like, well, Did you guys bring anything else? Well, yeah, there's some cartons and there's this knapsack or whatever, and you look in the knapsack and it's full of silver. Like there, you start looking around at other ways to potentially find that abundance. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense, because I know I'm all over the place today with this recording. What is going on? But this is you. This is what you're doing during the week. By the end of the week, your energy is the Two of Pentacles. This is bringing things into balance. This is going, okay, so the treasure chest, you know, a bit of a lunch bag let down. But let's see, we got a knapsack full of silver. That's pretty cool. We sold the Lego on eBay. Got a good buck for that. What else? The yo-yo, I gave it to my neighbor's kid. And, you know, now instead of like running around the yard screaming, he's playing with the yo-yo and he's quiet. Okay, that's good. So it's doing that and taking the situation and turning it into something positive. It's life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? Life gives you lemons, grab the tequila, whatever. So that's what I'm getting. I know that was a lot of talking just to get that out. Now we got to look at the oracle cards. We'll do this quickly, hopefully. Under the Three of Wands, sorry, I'm talking so much, right? Under the Three of Wands, the card is humor. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So when you see the box of Lego and the yo-yo and the treasure chest, you laugh. You're like, seriously? Okay, fine. Let's see what we can do with this. And under the King of Pentacles, the card is love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. What were we just talking about? So you're going, okay, well, I got the ship. Hey, let's look over here. Right? It's attitude and outlook. Bring some positivity and some fun into this, and some love and some joy. Just bring it in. Whether you're, you know, yeah, so you might be kind of bummed out. Doesn't matter, right? How do you get that balance, that Two of Pentacles? Through the humor, through the joy, through the fun. And under the Two of Pentacles, we have change. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So do whatever you need to do in order to get that balance, to restore it, to find it, to secure it, to achieve it, and to maintain it, right? Change is going to have to happen. And you know you can do this, because let me tell you, if you can be happy about a box of Lego and a yo-yo, it's pretty good, Virgo. Pretty darn good. So we'll leave that one there. Good luck this week. Have fun with your Lego before you sell it on eBay. All right. Too funny. I know. I don't know what is with me today. I just don't even know why I'm acting the way I am. Okay. Sip of water before I move on. I swear this is not vodka. You would think so by the way I am today. Holy crap. Lady, what is going on? Oh, that doesn't feel right. I can't take that. No. Next. Okay. Libra, your turn. The cards are being kind of weird there. So, oh, glad I changed my mind. I'm liking the look of this already. Okay. Okay. I'm digging it. First card up, we have the Five of Cups. So, this is kind of funny. Check this out, Libra. So, here's the thing. Something happened, so whatever situation in life this is, just take it to suit whatever makes sense to you. Something happened, and it's like you didn't get something, you didn't achieve something, or you lost something, or someone took something from you or whatever, and you're like, oh, but my thing's gone, and I want that, and now I'm sad, right? Because now without these things, what am I going to do? But you still have more things. You're just not focusing on them. You got lots of things. Just a couple things were taken from you. And you still have the good stuff. Like they took the crappy stuff. You got the good stuff. Focus on the good stuff and make something out of it. I say this because as we look at the energy through the week, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, one of the best cards in the deck. This means you have it all. You took whatever stuff you had left over and you made it into something. You didn't just make it into something, you made it into many things. which expanded and grew and grew and grew like snowball effect in a really good way. That's the potential that you have this week. By the end of the week, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. So the Two of Wands is picking a path. It's having to make a decision. Am I going to go this way or this way kind of thing, right? It's in the reverse. So what this is saying is you're like, okay, should I go this way or this way? You know what? You got 10 Pentacles. You don't have to go anywhere. You can take your time to decide. There is no rush for you to move. There's no rush for you to move forward. You get stuff sorted out this week. You get your stuff together this week is what I'm feeling. Grabbing your oracle cards now. Let's see what this is about. Okay. Okay. Under the Five of Cups, we have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. The indecision is, remember how I said you're so focused on what you've lost? That's why you're not decisive. You're like, I can't move forward. I can't do this. I can't go here. I can't take this path. I can't decide what I'm going to do because of the stuff I lost. No, see, the indecision is the hang up because you're not focusing on what you actually have. Never mind what you don't have. Don't focus. Don't think about that anymore because it's not going to serve you. It's not going to enable you to go forward. And under the Ten of Pentacles, we have trust. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, because you're seeing it. You're like, okay, you had those nudges. You had those inklings. You had those little light bulb moments, these little sparks, right? When you're all down in the dumps because you lost some shit, right? But you have all this other stuff. So finally you start listening to your gut like, oh. You start getting these nudges. Go look over here. Look at that thing. You're like, oh yeah, I still have that. Huh, what can I do with this? Right? It's getting inventive, right? Innovative, whatever, both of those. Doing those things, right? And making something out of nothing or making something out of what you've got. Making or facilitating growth and expansion based on what you have, right? This is really cool because people who are able to do that seldom are without, right? They find a way to make things happen. They find a way to make things work. And under the Two of Wands, so this is by the end of the week. Remember how I said you don't have to make a decision if you don't want to? The card that came out is health. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. None of this is health advice, medical advice, because you have to put that disclaimer because whatever. But point is, perhaps you need to slow down, and that's why the choice doesn't have to be made as well. I think you put a lot of effort in this week. I think you're doing a lot. So make sure you take care of yourself is all that is saying. Don't feel the need to make all the decisions by the end of this week. Take your time. It's okay. You start moving into that Ten of Pentacles energy, which is fantastic. Don't feel like you got to wrap it all up by the end of the week. You have time. Make sure you take care of you. So, Libra, good luck this week. Now, I'm going to take a sip of water before I move on. All right. Next. Time for Scorpio. Ooh, that wanted to come out. So we'll stop there. All right, Scorpio, let's see what your cards are. Oh, that's interesting. All righty. Check it out. The beginning of the week, we have the Knight of Cups. Lance, romance in the house. I have a feeling this is around a relationship, okay? This reading. Whether it is you being, the romantic one, or your other half, someone else coming in, whatever, being that knight in shining armor kind of thing, there is that wanting of being together, wanting to move forward, maybe wanting to level up in a relationship perspective, okay? But through the week, we have the Five of Swords. So this is, yeah, I want to level up. I want to date you. I want to marry you. I want to move in. I want to whatever. Fill in the blanks. And one half of you wants to level up. The other half is like, yeah, I don't know that I'm ready for that. That's why we have the Five of Swords. It's going to be that kind of week where you're working through your stuff separately and together, hopefully, right? Definitely by yourself. But Scorpio, it's really important that you don't shut this person out. This just came to me. I don't know why. Okay, so I had to say that because it came to me. By the end of the week, we have the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant is around structure and boundaries and whatnot, so it could be commitment as well, right? So perhaps it's trying to figure out, what do we want our relationship to look like? You're not there. This Hierophant is in reverse. I think one of you wants a little flexibility, and I'm not saying because, you know, you want to have open relationship or whatever, but maybe there's just a little bit too much structure and it's going to sound really harsh, but the word came, oppression almost, like feeling a little too tied down, right? And so it's trying to figure out what is going to work best for both of you. This is what's coming up by the end of the week. Let's get our oracle cards to get a glimpse of what that might look like. A little more insight as to what's going on. Okay. Now I know why one of you wants to take things a little further. Under the Knight of Cups, we have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I'm feeling jealousy. There's some insecurity here, and that's why the leveling up has been brought up. Whether that's you or your other half, doesn't matter. Okay? There's some insecurity here. There's some insecurity, worried about, oh my gosh, well, you know what? I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. So I'll just say we should get married so that I don't lose them. No, that shit never works. Okay? That's what I'm feeling. That's at the beginning of the week. So as we go through the week, remember how I said with the Five of Swords, it's the other person saying, no, I don't want to get married. I don't want to do that next step. I'm happy where we are. The card that came out underneath it is adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Adversity is overcoming something, right? Usually against all odds. Maybe the person who doesn't want to move forward is like, I've come a long way in how I act and react in relationships, and you know what? It's going to be too much for me. It's moving too fast, or I'm not ready for that. I need to have the time, right, to feel into this, because I've come so far, but it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work, and I enjoy where I am right now, and I enjoy where we are right now. Can we please leave it? I'm not going anywhere, but if you keep pushing me, that's when you might lose me. So that envy, that oh my God, that fear, right? Of, oh my God, I'm going to lose them. Pushing them into a situation they don't want to be in. That's what's going to make you lose them. It's like this weird, like, loop that you're on. Do you see what I mean? Or you could be on. So just be mindful of that. Then by the end of the week, under the Hierophant, we have gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. If you recognize this, if you recognize all the stuff going on this week and you go, okay, I get it, and I trust you. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's just have that discussion, and let's talk about where we are now and where we want to eventually go. Like, I think that's when the gratitude card is really important, because you understand how grateful you are for them in your life, and they are grateful for you. Okay, so the gratitude is twofold. If you're not feeling that, that's when that discord, that disconnect is going to still be hanging around. That energy will still be there. So you want to get past that. But is it doable? Yeah, absolutely. But communication is going to be the key. You've got to be really upfront about why you want what you want, because that will help bring things to light. So then it turns into less about, I want to get married, and more about, I'm concerned you're not happy, and we might head towards a breakup. What can we do now, right, to fix or change or adjust things so that we're both happy going forward? You know what I mean? And I'm going to say this too, because it sounds a little bit harsh, but it doesn't even feel like anyone's unhappy. But there was that fear, right? That fear of loss. Oh my God, I'm going to lose this person. Where that stemmed from, we don't know. this will make sense to you probably if you're the one who's like pushing for that commitment. And if it's your other half pushing for the commitment, start asking the questions. Where's this coming from? Let's talk about it. Open those doors, and I think you'll see the conversation will probably take a turn for the better. So that is a good thing. So good luck, Scorpio. A little water. And last but not least, Sagittarius. So Sag, let's see what your week looks like. We'll get your 3 tarot cards, and then we'll grab your oracle cards and see what this is all about. All right, at the beginning of the week, we have the Ace of Swords. There's something going on here where someone, it's the Sword of Truth, but it's in the reverse. It's like okay, this came to me. Oh, I don't like this. I'm sorry, Sag. It's like someone's hiding something from you. Someone's being shit. Someone's hiding something from you. Someone is hiding something from you. Bottom line. We'll see what comes out in the oracle cards. May not be as intense as it sounds, but we'll find out in a minute. As you go through the week, the energy is the Knight of Wands in the reverse, though. Like the Ace of Swords. It's trying to figure out, it's trying to move forward. It's trying to live a normal life, right? And so if this is, whether it's business or relationships or whatever, it's just, let's move things forward. Let's keep going. But it's like something is holding you back. There's a force pulling you back, or roadblocks keep coming up and things keep popping up that don't let you move forward. And it's because someone's hiding something from you. That's why it's not jiving. By the end of the week, we have the 3 of Wands, but it's in the reverse. The 3 of Wands is your ship's coming in. You got everything you want. Whatever you put out to the universe comes back. Universe, I want a bag of cash. Bag of cash comes, right? Because this is in the reverse, it's not coming. It's not gelling. It's not working. It's not clicking. It's not jiving, because something's being hidden. Something is being hidden. We're going to find out what this is. Wow, you've got some heavy cards here. Okay, let's check it out. Under the Ace of Swords, things being hidden, we have pride. And it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Someone is hiding something from you. Someone is hiding something from you because you think that they think that you aren't going to be happy about it, that you're going to be embarrassed by them, that you're not going to support them, that you're not going to see the accomplishments that they've made, whatever. I would see it like, I don't know, say you're a doctor and you want your teenager to go to university to become a doctor, and they're hiding from you the fact that when they filled out their applications, they're actually going to art school because they love art and they're phenomenal artists. They're afraid to tell you because they think you're going to be embarrassed by that or you're going to be upset by that. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's that kind of an energy that I'm feeling. And then when we look at what came out under the Knight of Wands, we have failure. And it says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So the failure is, we'll keep going with this analogy. You find out and you're like, what? Why aren't we not seeing the envelopes coming in from the universities or whatever, right? Or the ones that are the good medical ones. Why are we getting these envelopes from all these art places, right? So I know I'm making it up, but I think you get what I mean. So the failure is what this person thinks you want and thinks you will think of them is all going to come to a head this week. That's what's going to happen throughout the week. It's all coming out. So failure, mistake, it's not an exact translation. It's more of it comes to light. And what happens, the failure word is talking about what you expected to transpire. No, it's not happening. It is not happening. It is dead in the water. Okay. And then when we look at the 3 of Wands, so remember how I said this thing you wanted, it's not coming. And it's not going to. The card that came out under it is doubt. And it says, I release the need to know all the answers. You release the need to control what your kid does with their life. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's that kind of an energy that's coming up for you this week. Wow, this is like, it's a hard lesson to learn, right? Like it's a heavy hitter because, like I said, someone's hiding something from you, but that's why it's not malicious, it's not mean, it's not because they don't love you, it's because they actually kind of want to protect you too. They want to protect themselves. Yeah, they don't want you to be upset, but they also don't want to disappoint you. Okay, so remember this as you go through whatever this is through the week. You are loved by this person, and they're only doing what they're doing because they think it's best for you and for them. So we're going to leave it there. So good luck. So end of the video. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Thought about doing a collective reading. You know what? Let's just pull a couple cards for the collective. I'm way over time already anyway, so what the heck. If you've stuck around this long, you might want to think about getting a personal reading for yourself. Oh, what a lovely idea. Celtic cross spread. Details are below somewhere there, but let's just get a couple cards to talk about the collective. Kings. King of Pentacles. King of Swords in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's revisions. There are revelations. There are things. There are plans. There's so much going on. 3 kings. 3 kings this week. This is not sitting on your haunches. No, it's go time. This is stuff to be done. This is things need to happen, right? That's what I'm getting for the collective. It's a very active week for most of you. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. So yeah, we'll leave it there and good luck this week and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.